in this module, we're going to talk about how to configure some privacy and security settings that are available on your computer. We'll talk about passwords, firewalls, privacy settings, security software, and why you should always cover your webcam camera. Firstly, you should always use a password to lock your computer or your mobile device. This protects your device in case it gets lost or stolen, and it also protects it against any type of unintended access. These protection mechanisms can include passwords, PINs, which are 4 or 5-digit numbers, pattern unlock, or fingerprint scanner if you happen to have one on your device. Your operating system has many security and privacy settings that you could set. First off, you should always have your firewall set. But there's other privacy settings that you might consider enabling or disabling depending on your preferences. So these privacy settings determine what information is sent and revealed to external services and how often that information is sent. So for example, if you use an online map, or let's say you're searching for a restaurant, if the service knows your location, it's able to give you some personalized information. Now, deciding how much information to reveal is a personal choice, and some people might choose to be more privacy conscious and other ones might choose to have more features enabled. So for example, if you decide that you don't want to reveal some information, the system might not be able to customize its services quite as much, but your privacy will be protected. On the other hand, some people might decide that they like these features and they choose to give up some of their privacy. There's no absolute right answer, but this should be a conscious decision that you make for yourself. It shouldn't just be left up to chance and what the default settings might be on your computer. So security software protects you from malware and from other types of attacks that you might encounter when you're online. Remember that these types of protection suites are not 100% guarantee. Because they need to know about the attacks before they're able to protect you against them. For this reason, it's really important to keep your software updated. A lot of these systems come with a subscription service, and for example, it might get updated by itself on a weekly basis. When you buy the software, there's a few things you should ask yourself. The first thing is how long this subscription lasts to make sure that you're protected for an extended amount of time. The next one is how many computers it protects, because sometimes a given license might let you install it on multiple computers at once. And also you should consider what type of protection it gives you. So for example, all of them are going to give you antivirus protection, but there's other features that you might want as well. So when you're choosing one, make sure that it has the protection mechanisms that you might particularly want. When you install security software, you might notice a small decrease in your computer's performance because the software has to check every file as you're opening it. Now, if you notice a big decline, however, something has probably gone wrong. For example, there might not be enough free space on your hard drive for the software to operate properly. Your computer might be too old and not have enough power to be able to run the software. Or it might happen that you have an old security software installed and the two of them are conflicting. So if after you've installed your security software, you notice that your computer's performance has degraded considerably, you might want to get it checked out to make sure that everything is operating as it should. So you should always be careful of scams when you're choosing your security software. And you want to be careful to choose legitimate software, because oftentimes there's malware that mimics an antivirus and tries to trick you into installing the malware instead of the protection mechanism. The other thing you should be aware of is that your security software company or your operating system will never actually call you at home to tell you that there's something wrong with your computer. If you get a call and someone is telling you that there's an urgent problem with your computer, just hang up. It's actually a scam and they're trying to get your credit card information, or they're trying to get you to install malware on your computer. So if this happens to you, there are places that you can report these scams, and there are resources available on our website to help you with this. Some malware allows control of your computer without your knowledge, and this includes having access to your microphone and your webcam. Now, if you ever notice that the little light is on next to your camera and you're not actually using your webcam, you should be really suspicious that something odd is going on. So the best practice is to keep your webcam covered when it's not in use. You can do this by using a piece of paper over the webcam until the next time that you need it. So that wraps up our module on configuring privacy and security settings. If you want more information about cybersecurity, check out our other modules.